What is going on today, guys? We are back for another episode in Darkness Falls. Now, overnight, I tried to sneak over to the burnt biome over past our horde base, so I could do a little bit more mining. And yeah, there's just too many zombies. It was quite an ordeal trying to get through them all. Um, I just about gotten through all the ones roaming around at night, and then a big roaming horde come in, and it was just it was a nightmare. Um, so anyway, I just cured myself of infection here, and as you guys can see, we're at 99 HP. Now that brings me to something here. Um, uh, get this pulled up here. I forgot we had made a blank class paper. So now the class I plan on taking is Farmer, and I'll explain why this is as we go here. So the reason I want Farmer is it's going to give us access to better food and drink. Now that'll help boost up our wellness and essentially give us uh, more HP and more stamina. So, with that being said, I pushed the wrong one. Um, let's actually activate or put that on here so we can see what we're doing. But we're gonna start out by working on these class quests here. So let's see if we have any of that in here. We do have one goldenrod and chrysanthemum right there. Which chrysanthemum we don't need right at the moment, but we need the goldenrod. Um, there's our yucca. I'm not sure if we have seeds or not. So let's see. And no, we don't. Okay. So that won't take us too long. Just pop out a couple, two goldenrod, two yucca, just like so. Oh yeah, it helps to take them. That's better. So yeah, I wanted to go into this class basically just for the fact that we're gonna get the food and drink that gives us wellness. Now that's gonna be a huge boost for us. It's gonna allow us to get our health up quite a ways, and to me, I think after doing that same thing in my off-camera playthrough, I think that's almost more worthwhile, in my opinion. But um, than going with something like security or something like that. So, again, that's just my opinion on it. So if you guys don't agree, that's perfectly fine. But again, that's just my take on it. So anyway, let's grab our rotten flesh. We got to make some farm plots up and pop them down, and then we're gonna have to plant them seeds. And I think we need like apple and chrysanthemum after that. So, alright, we need plots, 4 of them, just like so. And as you guys can see, we did get one black dye out of there. So we're going to just pop that out. And no other good dyes. That's actually a little bit better than what we got. Not by much, but let's actually pop that out of that one. Just get rid of that. And then we'll just modify this. Pop that bad boy back in there. That's garbage, and these two we can sell. They don't sell for a ton, but um, I think it's worth every little bit considering how low we are. One thing I do want to mention, overnight while I was mining for iron, uh, yeah, the mine collapsed. So, I'm not sure why either. I've never had one collapse like that, particularly, because I do have, as you guys can see, I do have plenty of support columns set up like how I always do. Not 100% sure why exactly it collapsed, but you know, it is what it is. I don't like having an open mine that close to my base, but um, it'll work. Just means we just got to be careful so we don't fall down in there, and because that would be bad. Drive our vehicle down in there like fully loaded and stuff. Yeah, that would be kind of bad. But anyway, I'm gonna start keeping the dyes, and I'll explain exactly why I'm going to be doing that. Uh, that's gonna be my next video for the off camera. off-camera playthrough, I'm going to explain a lot of stuff to do with like the dyes and that sort of thing. So you guys will be seeing that. You guys will see this video Tuesday at the earliest, and then you guys will get to see that other one. So with that said, it'll explain a lot more of why exactly I'm doing that. But for now, it's going to be just a little bit cryptic for you guys. Oh yeah, another thing. I started making 2 advanced forges because I want to start making steel. Now with these 2 forges basically just pumping out cement at the moment, I wanted one just for making steel or forged iron, whichever. And then I want one for making bullets because we're pretty low on bullet material. We hardly have any bullets at all, so you know this first Horde Night's gonna be a little bit rough. Now I am playing at a very, very slow pace compared to how I normally would, and this is intentional. You know, it's not the fact that that the play isn't going right or anything. It's I wanted to slow down. I wanted to try a little bit slower playthrough. As you guys noticed from my off-camera playthrough, I'm kind of going like a bat out of hell on there. I'm leveling up super quick, and I just wanted to try something a bit different and see how it works overall. Now, I can't really play exactly how I do off camera, on camera, just because I don't think it would look very good, to be perfectly honest. I just kind of end up going like I'm nuts when I'm looting and stuff like that on there. There's really, it's, how do I explain it? Okay, we need apples, but I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. It's kind of like when I need to do something, I just kind of randomly just change directions and move on to something else, like, you know, at the snap of my fingers. It's like, for instance, if during the day I need to mine, I will go from looting a building and middle of the day just drop down and start mining for something. And when I'm looting, I'm just clearing at like a ridiculous pace. I normally just use a gun when I clear buildings in my off-camera one. So it's really not how I like to play when I'm making videos. I like to slow it down a bit more, so I can at least try to explain some of the stuff as I'm going. So I'll never be as quick or nearly as quick. Oh, by the way, sometimes if you take out the rest of the tree, you guys see we just got apple seeds. This isn't a guarantee that you're going to get seeds from it, but it is a chance that you will get apple seeds. Now, obviously the tree won't respawn here now, but we got 4 apple seeds from one tree, so that's something I will be planting by our base as well, is apple trees, so we can have access to the apples for either cooking purposes or to make into food or the animal feed kind of thing. And not only that, but if you guys notice how much wood we got from hitting just the 2 apple trees, you get a pretty damn good chunk of wood from just harvesting the apples like that. So anyway, Chrysanthemum Seeds, again, I'm not sure if I have these or not. Sometimes you get lucky and you can loot them. No, we don't. We don't have nothing like that. Nothing in here either. Oh, the coil parts here, if you guys will notice, I got these overnight. Ran into 3 feral fire soldiers. So that was quite the pain in the backside to take them guys out. They can definitely tank a hit. They can definitely do that. So we need animal feed now. We do have the extra apples, so, and we also have 1 right there. So we only need to make 3 animal feed, and then we got to make 1 snare, 1 chicken coop. Again, I will be making more snares and more chicken coops later on as we go, but right now I don't think we need that many. So we need 1 and 1. Just like that. Then we'll dump off the rest of this stuff like so. Dump the cloth off. Now we are going to go back over and work on our horde base here in a minute. But I wanted to work on getting these quests here done quick. So those are gonna, well, that one's done. Let's just actually head right on out and we'll get this placed right next to our other ones here. Just like that. And a couple more seconds. I'm gonna place the chicken coops on this side. I do plan on making a lot more than I normally would, just because we will use the eggs. Feathers we can sell. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with everything you get from them, so none of it actually even goes to waste. So it's kind of nice to have. Now last one, Mortar and Pestle maybe? Yes indeed. Alright. So right there. And I need a little bit more wood. Keep this sucker going for the day. Keep pumping out that lovely stuff there. While that's going, I did get a whole bunch of concrete going in here, so actually in both of them I had to make a second one up because it was just going to take way too long to make it on just the one. So I made a second one up just to make it go by a bit quicker, because as you can see we still got, you know, a little over 2K being made there, and we have about 1,000 going there as well. So and again, we're making a bunch more. It's kind of a cluster ordeal here. I just, whenever I pop into the menu, I just queue up some more right away. And alright, let's get this. We'll also start some more of that some more concrete mix going here as well. So I did go and I got a bunch of sand and some rock overnight again. So just come right on into here, queue that up, get that going. We should have plenty done before Horde Night. So we'll definitely have our base set to go. So anyway, now that we're in the farmer class here, which right here, sous chef. The first level gives us access to the teas and the drinks basically. Blueberry pancakes, not really something I make. The second one gives us access to what I do make, which is blueberry pie. We could actually go with apple pie too, I guess. But I normally end up making blueberry pie after we start our farm and stuff. So even just something like the red tea, let's actually grab just a couple of these out and go into the drinks here and get these made up, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with these. Put a couple wood in there. But like the food wise here, blueberry pies don't really take that much to make. 5 blueberries, 1 egg, 1 cornmeal, 1 fat, 1 water. So it's really not that much to make. Apple pies, you know, apple, animal fat, flour, and a bowl of water, which again isn't very hard to do. So, and a lot of this stuff actually does give you wellness back. Like green or red tea, I almost called it green tea. Red tea here gives you, you know, it gives you so much for wellness. And you know, like the yucca juice here, it gives you no wellness but 34 water. This gives you 20 water, but it gives you 3 wellness. So, you know, it is a decent difference, but at the same time, as far as like your hydration goes, but getting that wellness back is so nice, because you'll watch our health bar and like stamina bar and stuff. You see that jumped up 3 points right away. This jumps up 3 points, and then your health will slowly start to regenerate. And, you know, in the end, I think that's more worthwhile, especially at the moment, to get our health up. Because, like I said, we really don't have much in the way of ammo or really anything to defend our base great. So we're going to kind of need the health in case things get a little bit hairy. Now, I don't see any reason why Horde Night would go wrong for us. Yeah, we're not going to be well set up, but 3 blade traps are going to be more than enough. We could actually just have this as an automated Horde Night with 3 blade traps, I think. I don't foresee any zombie getting past these at all. So anyway, let's get dropping our blocks down. I just ended up making a stack of 200 more of these blocks. I just decided, you know what, might as well just make a stack of them. We'll end up using them eventually anyway, I'm sure, so it's not a big deal. And if we don't, we can always just, you know, scrap them down or whatever, or just leave them sit there and rot. It's not that big of a deal. So gonna get this finished off here, and then we're gonna see what we can upgrade with some of the concrete mix. We got a bunch of it, so we might as well put it to work. Putting that block there so I don't walk off onto the spikes. Now the next video after this, this will probably be our last building video for the horde base. I'll probably just end up finishing the rest of it off camera because there's really not going to be a whole lot left after this. So I'll just get the rest done off camera. I'm pretty sure we'll have, you know, plenty of the cement, or the concrete mix rather, to be able. And I stepped on one. Of course I did. You know, I should have just been smart and wait to put these down, because I always do that. And it took quite a chunk of health, as you guys can see. It took 20 health. So that's quite a bit. That's why I had that block up there so I didn't walk off onto the end, and then I end up walking onto one anyway, so it really didn't matter, did it? Kind of funny though, because I did something to prevent myself from stepping on one, and then I do it anyway. So, oh well, it's not a big deal. It's only health. We'll regenerate it back. If not, we got bandages anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm really not worried about it at all. But anyway, while we're up here, I'm just gonna mark this block here to be how far we want to go, as far as, oh, I didn't bring the cobblestone. Oh well. I was just gonna mark it so I knew where our poles started for our back defense there, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. We're just gonna get a little bit of actually put the right goggles on so we get a little more XP. I like to wear my nerdy goggles when I'm mining and building, just for the XP boost. It's really not that big of a deal if you forget to wear them. I mean, but I just like to do it just because a little extra XP is always good. So, just something I like to do. That's kind of the reason why I carry around the 2 pair of goggles, just so I can give myself that little bit of a boost every now and again. I don't tend to wear the nerdy goggles when I'm fighting zombies, except during like Horde Night, just because, you know, if a zombie drops a loot bag, I'd much rather be able to loot it with my loot goggles on than loot it with my nerdy goggles on, just because I'm kind of funny that way, in the fact that I want to get the best chance at getting better loot as possible. That's one of the main reasons why I go into the scavenger class right away as well, just so we can get that quality boost in items as we're looting them. So again, just personal preference. I mean, we could change that. There is another reason why I go with scavenger as well. It's the fact that you get the bicycle from quest completion right away. So that's, you know, for me, that's huge. That's a huge thing to get right away. The bicycle gives you, you know, the mobility to get around, less running on foot. You know, you can carry a fully encumbered backpack load of stuff on the bike, and it doesn't slow you down. Whereas if you're on foot, you know, you're you know, at a turtle's pace. So that's another huge reason why scavenger is something that I really enjoy. Um, and labor is just kind of um, something again that I always like to do because getting access to the forges through the quest or not the quest, but like the advanced forge through the class itself right away is huge because the advanced forge requires no wood and you can just pop the stuff in and go. For me, it's like it's a pretty big part of why I really enjoy that class personally. But again, just personal preference. I mean, we could be fine with going like security farmer or you know whatever. I had considered trying a different style sometime. Maybe if we end up doing like another series before um, Vanilla Alpha 19 comes out, if that's possible, maybe we'll try like running. I don't know. Maybe something like um, that's a good question. A very interesting thought on what I'd actually go with, though. Maybe something I would want to take farmer right away for once, um, just so we could get access to the wellness boosting stuff right away and see how that played out for us. But you know, I'd really have to think about what I'd want for the second class if we're not going with labor or scavenger. Um, maybe security, maybe even mechanic. Actually, mechanic might be the way to go. Maybe we'll have to try that. Like I said, for if we do like another playthrough before Alpha 19 comes out, maybe we'll try farmer and mechanic instead. Just kind of shake things up a little bit. Try something different. You know, instead of running the same starting classes, it would be kind of neat to see how that would work out for us. I think it would go really well with farmer. I think if you pick farmer at the start with basically any of the classes, I think you'd be really well off. Now again, that's just my opinion, but I think the wellness boosting stuff like that is huge because essentially if you had enough stuff on day one, you could get your health up to 200 right away. So, you know, I think that would be huge. But we have plenty of concrete. Should we? I don't think I'm going to worry about the floor this time around. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the rest of the concrete for once I upgrade this outer wall and then make sure I get the back half upgraded. So, yeah, that looks pretty good so far. We got the inside walls and our support pylons for our blade traps all set up. Now we got one more thing to get done here, which is going to be wiring up our blade traps. So grab out the wire tool right there, and let's get these suckers wired up. I didn't bring engines with. I don't think I was smart enough to do that. So I actually don't know how many we even have. We might actually have to go out and farm cars. Trying to think if we got enough engines. Can't remember if we do or not. I believe we only need 3, being we don't have turrets right now, so it's quite possible we have enough. Have to check though. Have to check. We'll have to run do that quick after we get this all wired up. Wiring this stuff up goes really quick. I mean, as you guys can see, this is going along very fast. So not much to wiring stuff up. Just a couple quick taps like that. Gonna upgrade these 3 blocks that we can't, or these 6 rather, that we couldn't reach. Those are all done. Alright, and let's pop on down. Where is our bicycle? I could have swore. Oh, it's over here. Okay. I could have swore I brought it. Cruise on back to the base. See what we got for engines. We'll get the, if we can, we'll get the engines in right away. I think we're still gonna have to go and farm up some cars because we're gonna need gas. We could actually go and look for an oil shale node though as well. If I have any up here. One. Okay. Any in my crafting? Two. Okay, well that'll be enough. Oh yeah, we got diamonds overnight while mining in our iron mine. Now that we have our mining skill, and I believe it's Miner 69 or 5 of 5, I believe unlocks getting the valuable stuff like the diamonds, silver nuggets, and gold nuggets out of there. And I believe it's mining skill 90 of 100 that gives you the chance to one-shot any ore, or it's vice versa. I don't remember which one is which. I had mentioned it before in one of the videos, which one does which, but I can't remember right off the top of my head. We have plenty of gas for the moment, so hitting up cars will be something that I'll probably do off camera, like maybe on the way to the traders and stuff. So let's go get these popped in, test out our blade traps, make sure they're all functioning and stuff, and then the reason I was over in the burnt biome was, like I said, I was going to look for some ore veins, and the one I was trying to hit was oil shale. So we're gonna check that out and see if that is indeed a vein for it. Alright, let's get this cranked on up. So you guys can hear they are all firing pretty nicely, and then you can also take a look in here and see how much power you're using total. So everything's good here. That'll be good to go for Horde Night. So let's hop on down, and we're gonna go check out and see if we can find ourselves an oil shale vein. If it is oil shale, I'm gonna mine a little bit so we get some gas. We need to actually go and hunt some veins. That's probably something we'll do after the first Horde Night. We're gonna actually, I think that's something I wanted check out a little bit, maybe before Horde Night. I want to get over to the snow biome. I need some snowballs for making water and stuff, so maybe we'll go try to check out like a nitrate vein as well and see what we can find on the way over there. So let's check and see if this is indeed an oil shale vein or not, and it does not look like it. Now sometimes it can hide under a couple layers of rock here, but for the most part, if you hit rock, that generally means there's no vein. Oh crap, hello. Scary bugger. You guys must be the remnants of that roaming horde. Yeah, there's quite the radiated roaming horde come in overnight. You guys can see here's a soldier guy. I took out three of the fire feral versions of this guy, and we took out a big radiated biker as well, plus a couple other ones. I'm not 100% sure what they all were, but there was enough of them. We'll just put it that way. There was enough. It's quite the roaming horde for sure. So let's check out. Got a couple little boulders here. See if we can't find ourselves a couple veins of something. Coal is something we need for gunpowder, so I would take that right away. Just gonna check it out, and yep, this is actually a vein. So this is coal, so we can mark this on the map as being our coal mine. And if I find a mine, I put a couple blocks above the surface, so that way when I'm heading over to go mine, I can see it from a ways out, if you guys are wondering. So check out these two here and see if they're anything different. Hopefully they're not iron. Don't need any more iron right now. So this could be coal again. We're just going to check it, sometimes the ore underneath is not what's on the surface. It can be random, so it does pay to check them. And this is coal again. So we're not going to mark this one. We're just going to leave the block at the surface. And that means this is also probably going to be coal here. And what are these things? Got to make sure they're not feral. And this is coal as well. So yeah, this is what that probably means is the vein is gonna run over here, or be two separate veins of coal. Well, that was just my terrible aim there. Below the spear. Ooh, I see a library. I think we hit that library though, didn't we? Whoops. Oh my god, I'm terrible. I usually just run over and check, make sure we hit this library while we're right here. Ooh, hit her in the arm and that actually killed her. The spear is pretty nice. Yeah, we hit the library. That's the way I can tell. I always put a hole right there to sneak through. It seems to work the best for me. Ooh, these are blueberries. I want to pick these while we're right here. Get them so we can make seeds. Oh, there's lots of good stuff around here. Some houses like this I'll just come over to just to grab the plants that are around them, so I can make seeds with them. So if you guys ever like see a place that's like half picked or something of the plants, that's probably why. Wow, you just kind of like come out of nowhere. Alright, spikes over here. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I think next episode we're going to head over to the snow biome. Like I said, we need some snowballs. We need to go and find ourselves a nitrate vein. Start working on getting ourselves some gunpowder stuff done. So, well, just ammo in general, because we're pretty low on ammo as it sits. So any bit we can find is going to be a big help. We're going to take a run to the trader here. I'll probably actually do that off camera. That's probably, not going to be anything special at the trader, I don't think. And if we find something, I'll just include it in an episode. So, I'll probably start skipping most of my trader runs until, like I said, unless there's anything special, or until we actually get our barter skill leveled up as well, because otherwise they're just going to be the same, plain Jane kind of runs to the traders. So not a big deal there. But anyway, guys, like I said, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure you guys take the time to smash the like button for me. Comment down below, what do you think of the difference in playstyle between my super fast paced off camera one versus this one being, just the opposite, very slow, not high level. What do you guys think of the difference there? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on that. And as always, guys, if you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And you guys trigger those notification bells so you guys never miss out on a video. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. We'll catch you guys for the next episode.